Oh, my bum's good. Ah, sorry. Had to do something real quick. Okay. Hello. Hello. Had to do something real quick. Okay. Hi. Hello. It is time. It is the time. Hi, Bumble. You want to come say hi? Come here. Come here. Up. It's the time where we discuss Rick Riordan books. Yo, Madison. Did you end up finishing The Lost Hero? Oh, no. You can't hear me? Okay. It might be me. Bumble. Bumble. No. Bumble, bring it to me. Bring it to me, Bumble. Bring it to me. Hold on. Okay. Can you hear me now? Madison? Madison? I don't know if you're still here. Bumble. Can you hear me? No? You can't hear me? I checked that the mic was on, even. Hold on. Let me see if it's... Hold on. I'm going to end the stream and then I'm coming back. Okay? Give me a second. Maybe. Hold on. Let me see if it's on my end. It's done this before. It was picking up my noise, like when it testing the you can't even hear me right now. Let me see if it's on my end. Bumble. It's okay, Madison. You do have your volume turned up, right? I sometimes forget to turn up my volume. Okay. Hey, Kristen. Can you check my stream and see if you can hear me?
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out if it's my end or Madison's. Okay. Then it's Madison's. Two. I'm gonna get me a snack. Yes! Success! Success! You can hear me. Hello. So Madison, did you finish the Lost Hero? I know I had a feeling you started the Lost Hero. Internet Explorer. Funny. You might hear Bumble too. I don't know. You did not finish Lost Hero. Would you like me to fill you in on what happened? Oh, you've read it before. Okay. And I guess I figure you finished the last Olympian, right? so ready for the next book. We get to meet my least favorite character of the series. Woo! Get to meet Octavian. Next book. So excited. So excited to have him. Thought I was done with him when I finished the series, but apparently not. He's just not a good person. He's a good guy-ish in the sense of, like, you know how Umbridge wasn't on Voldemort's side, but she still wasn't a good person? Yeah, that's Octavian. He's very much like an Umbridge. He's like, he's not trying to help the bad guys, but his actions aren't helping anything. He truly thinks he's helping, but he's not. And a lot of people, actually that's a spoiler. You haven't read the series, so I'm going to not say what I was about to say. Yeah, anyways. How'd you like getting your heart broken in the 5th book again? How'd you like that? That was fun. I knew it was happening. I forgot it went down like that, though. I knew Luke was going to die. I remembered Luke dying. What I didn't remember was Annabeth being like the one that really brought Luke back. I didn't remember it being as intense as it was. Like, I don't know. Everything just was heightened. And Luke died, and I cried. So I'll say it now. I think I mentioned this when in the very first live stream of what was the spoiler, the major spoiler in the Sea of Monsters movie, rather than, you know, what was in the book. They gave away a huge spoiler in the Sea of Monsters movie, and the spoiler was, so in the movie, when they are on the boat, the boat full of monsters, Grover, Percy, and Annabeth were on the boat. Either Grover or Percy, I don't remember who it was, goes, "Hey, isn't that Selena?" In the second movie. When we don't find this out till the 5th book, I was mad. I was like, you straight up just gave away a huge plot point for the 5th book. Oh, I was so angry. When I watched that movie, there's a lot of things I was mad about that movie about. That being one of them. Second one being they made the mist. They made the mist perfume. Like perfume. It's like spritz. Now you can control and look however you like in the mist. That's not how the mist works. The mist is very complicated in the Percy Jackson universe. Very complicated. What are you doing? What you doing? I have Bumble right here. What you doing, Bumble? I don't know what you're trying to get at. Ooh, I was angry. Alright. And you said Annabeth believed in him long after everyone else gave up on him. Her and Hermes. Breaks your heart. It hurts a lot because it hurt because you saw this progression of Annabeth, of really believing that Luke can be brought back versus this is just him and this is it for him. And then I think in the end, I don't think it's a nice little twist on a kind of a trope of the hero, the Bumble of the woman, the female character of the story, not trying to bring back somebody she like romantically loves, but somebody she loves as a friend. And I think that was hard to read, especially because I think on some level, because in the end, it made you really think that Luke may have liked Annabeth more than a friend. And when they made the direct connection that both Luke and Percy, when they went into the River Styx to get to the Achilles heel, the thing they held on to was Annabeth. I think that was interesting, to show that both the hero and the villain held on to the same person. But yet she's not the reason for the war. So when that normally happens, you would think, well, she's the reason for the war, right? No, she's not. It's just these two characters really cared for her. And, she made her decision, and Luke was fine with it. And Luke seemed to be at the most calm when he got his answer about Annabeth and whether or not she liked him more than a friend. Yeah, I find it difficult. I think that I think Percy just wanted, because I don't know, it's a lot. Because she obviously did some bad things, like a lot of bad things, by helping Kronos, and being the bringer, really, of her boyfriend's death. She's really but really at fault for her boyfriend's death. I don't know. I think once Charlie or Beckendorf died, something clicked, something snapped within her, but she still ended up helping Cronus in the end. She told how the Camp Half-Blood was splitting across the bridges in Manhattan. Yeah. I can see that. My heart just doesn't want to accept it. But yeah, Selena I don't know. I don't know how I really feel about Selena. I want to not hate her, but she did so much wrong and really no reason for why she didn't really have a reason for why she did what she did. And I think that's what really it's just wrong that we just don't get a reason for why she did what she did. Beckendorf's death in the first chapter was like going like you're on a roller coaster. You're about to go on a roller coaster. And it's one of those roller coasters that just right from the start, yeah, that's the last Olympian. And it just keeps going. It's like 60 miles an hour to ups, downs, flips. Uh, I I think Luke. I have a stronger like I feel very sympathetic to Luke. I think Luke in the beginning, he was young, he was naive, he was being very controlled by Cronus, and by the time he was very questioning whether or not he wanted to actually go through with this, it was too late. I think by the time he had second thoughts that maybe, hey, I might want to not do this. I think the third book, when he realized when Annabeth was captured, and I think Annabeth has always been his weakness. Since they met, Annabeth has been Luke's weakness. And I think the third book, when Annabeth was in trouble because of Luke, I think that's when he really started second guessing himself. But at that point, there was really no turning back, and he wanted to stay. I had a feeling that he wanted to stay there because he had a feeling that if he was to leave Annabeth where she was, Annabeth was 100% going to die, and he wanted to at least try and save her and make sure she doesn't die by any means possible. So I think that's why he wanted to stay. And then in the fourth book, she said, Annabeth said that Luke visited her before they went into the labyrinth. So he came to her, and I think Annabeth rejecting him at that crucial point was I think Luke might have turned back, and I think he was just a boy that was deeply hurt by his father in the beginning, and then when he started having second guesses about what he was doing, it was too late and he was too deep. And then he went to Annabeth, and he was trying to tell her, he's having second guesses about everything, and he's I think this was a call for help. Be like, hey, I want out, without really saying it, but I think he was trying to be like, I want out. And I think if Annabeth had been a little bit more welcoming to Luke, I think Luke would have turned back, to be honest. it, yeah, she really did, ground him. It hurts. I really think he was just a boy that was deeply hurt by his father and wanted to hurt his father and the other gods. I don't think he really wanted the destruction of the world. I think he just wanted to the gods to feel like what their children feel like. And Cronus was promising him that. And then Annabeth wasn't joining him, and it was scaring him that Annabeth really could possibly die, you know? And I think that's what scared him the most. And then in the end, Annabeth nearly died. Cronus nearly killed Annabeth. And she pulled Luke out and there we go. Saved the world just because she cared about Luke. And Luke cared about her. It hurts. I think Selena was very, I think her reasoning for betraying everyone was very weak. I mean, if it was because of her fondness for Luke, her being the daughter of Aphrodite, I guess that kind of makes sense, but it's weak. It's weak. And then Percy. Okay, let's talk about something happy. Percy and Annabeth finally got together. Oh my gosh, they finally got together. I'm so happy. It's so exciting. The book ends with them finally getting together, having their first kiss. I was excited, as I always am. Bumble. Bumble. All right, let's also talk about the river Styx for a moment. So both Percy and Luke went to the river Styx and got their Achilles heel. For Percy, it's at the small of his back, and for Luke, it's like right here on his elbow. I guess it's not a heel. It's an Achilles. I don't know. Achilles elbow. Is it Achilles elbow? I think Percy's was a better choice, to be honest. Because when you're fighting, your arms tend to be, extended. Can we stop being mean to Rachel? They threw him. It's funny that they threw him in the lake, and you're like, Percy can breathe, like he can create a bubble for them, and then they were like, we stayed down there for hours. Yes, play a joke on them, and then they weren't even wet when they got back out of the lake. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, I forgot how much Annabeth really didn't like Rachel. I forgot about that. She really didn't like Rachel. Do you think that Rachel had a thing for Percy? Because it almost feels like in the end, she definitely in the end chose to become the Oracle and everything. Do you think Rachel had a thing for Percy? Emma really sure did. She sure did. Emma thought she had a thing for Percy. Rachel's a cool character. I like Rachel. I have forgotten how heavily implied that there was some, like, there might be something between Percy and Rachel. I'd forgotten about that. It was heavy on the flirting between those two for a little bit. I think Percy was just oblivious to everything. I think Percy had a thing for, I mean, obviously he's always had a thing, it seems like, for Annabeth. And I think that Percy's mind has always, like, for a while, has been set on Annabeth. And the idea of liking someone else was kind of out of the picture for him, maybe? Hi, Bumble. Come here. Come here, Bumble. You want to say hi to Bumble? If she'll come. Come here. Come here. Nope, she's not gonna come. Okay. Oh, there she is. Hello. Come here. Oh, you didn't really see her. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hello. Okay, there she is. Come here. Come here. Ow, there she is. Ow, she scratched me. And we don't see a lot of Rachel after this. I mean, she shows up and she's kind of there. I mean, she was in Lost Terra, but she's not a huge player in Heroes of Olympus. She might play a lot bigger role in the Trials of Apollo series, but for Heroes of Olympus, she doesn't play a very big role. She kind of comes in and out every once in a while. Bumble. You can't see her right now. She's playing with a ball. It's so cute. All right. What else can we? Okay, let's talk about the Lost Hero. Let's talk about the Lost Hero. So we meet we meet 3 characters in the Lost Hero that we have not previously met. We meet Jason. We meet Piper, his girlfriend, or supposed girlfriend, and Leo. Jason is the son of Bumble, son of Jupiter. Yes, I will say he's the son of Jupiter because he was born to Zeus in his Roman form, so he's the son of Jupiter rather than Zeus. Then we have Piper, who is the daughter of Aphrodite, and Leo, who is the son of Hephaestus. I know you said you thought Leo was annoying. I love Leo. I think he is a precious human being, and we should all protect Leo. I know what his story is like in Heroes of Olympus, and it's pretty sad. I just feel sorry for Leo the entire series. I love Leo. Granted, he's so next book we are focusing on three others of the prophecy. We are going to have Percy back. Percy comes back. That's kind of obvious by the name of the next book, which is Son of Neptune. So there is Percy right there on the front cover. We also meet Hazel, and we meet Frank. Hazel is the daughter of Hades, Pluto. I think she's born under Pluto. And then we have Frank, who is, oh shoot, what is he? I forget Frank. Frank's the one I forget all the time. Is he Aries? I feel like Frank is son of Mars. That just popped in my head. I think he's the son of Mars. Frank, yeah, I think if you were to really see ADHD in any character in Percy Jackson or Heroes of Olympus, you see it in Leo. Leo is very much ADHD. And the other characters, you don't tend to see it very much, but with Leo, you can tell Leo has ADHD. He's just, I don't know, he's just got it. I love Leo. Frank's the one that if I had to choose my least favorite, it'd be Frank. Frank is kind of boring. You have a signed copy? Excuse me? Excuse me? You have a signed copy of Son of Neptune. I am jealous. I wish my copy was signed. It's not. How did you get a signed copy? Is my question. And my question is, if I send these books to Rick Riordan, will he send them back signed? If I was to send these to Rick, would Rick sign them and send them back? That'd be nice. Maybe I could send like an extra copy and see if he would send it back. Not like my original. My originals. I love this. Is a pretty cover. I like that. And then we have Mark of Athena, which okay. So I think the summary here really points to who really is the seventh person in the prophecy, as I was thinking who it was. So yay, me, it agrees with me. because this book heavily follows one person. I mean, all the characters are in it, but it heavily follows one person. Hi, Bumble. What you doing? Ow. Ow. Oh my gosh. I am jealous. I am jealous. Because I would love a signed copy of any book by Rick Riordan. Like, literally any book by Rick Riordan. If it was signed by him, I would absolutely love it. I was going to show you the bookmarks I got. Yeah, I could. What are you chewing on, Bubble? Okay, so my bookmarks. Here's one. It says Wise Girl. And then on the back is a seaweed brain. It's so cute. And then my other one. Do I pull the bookmark out? I mean, I'm not reading this book for a while. Again. On chapter 20. That seems like a good. That's fine. Okay. Well, I need to put it back. Okay. Where I had it. Okay. Also, I had just planned on doing like an hour long stream. Because I work tomorrow. Madison, you are welcome to text me anytime you want to talk about Percy Jackson. Specifically, no. Anyways, this is the other bookmark. It's Percy and Annabeth. And the quote is, Annabeth pressed her lips to Percy's ear. I love you. She wasn't sure he could hear her, but if they died, she wanted those to be her last words. Oh, my heart can't take it. I think they're just the most perfect couple. I think it was a shock the first time I read Heroes of the Lost Hero. And you're just going la-di-da-di-da-di-da, going through the first part of The Lost Hero. And then all of a sudden you find out Percy's missing. You're just like, wait, what? Percy's missing? What? Since when? What? And Annabeth is losing her mind. Like, it's been 3 days. Only 3 days. And she's losing her mind. I love how the end of The Last Olympian, when they found out about the next prophecy, they're like, hey, this could take 70 years to, it took 70 years between the two prophecies. The last great prophecy before Percy's prophecy. And then it's not even like 6 months later. And the next prophecy is happening. So Percy, as you will find out in Son of Neptune, I think it's hinted at in The Lost Hero, but it's definitely, happens. He goes to the other camp for half-blood, or demigods, half-bloods, yeah, live text me. Just tell me all about how you're feeling. Because I know, Madison, you're going to want, just make sure that when you read Mark of Athena, it's after 4 o'clock, Monday through Friday, and anytime Saturday and Sunday, because you're going to want to call me. You're going to want to call me right after you finish Mark of Athena, and you're going to yell at me for making you wait until October to read House of Hades. You're going to yell at me. I'm just preparing you. It's such a good book. Mark of Athena, it was my favorite. And I've reread House of Hades since I haven't reread Mark of Athena. So it just hurts. Oh, he was only gone 3 days. That's the thing. He's only gone 3 days. And then, well, they kind of wait a long time to go to like meet up again. Bumble, what you doing? You're gonna yell at me, FYI. And then I'm just gonna be like, I had to wait a whole year for House of Hades. I don't want to hear it. Bumble, stop. It hurts. I love Percy and Annabeth, obviously. I think they're the coolest characters. They're just, my heart hurts. You mentioned earlier that they can't catch a break. You're right. They can't. And you just would you like to see the cover for House of Hades? Would you like, I mean, I think you own the book, so you might already know what House of Hades looks like. It doesn't bode well. I kind of almost be like, don't look at the cover for House of Hades until you read Mark of Athena, because that cover though, for House of Hades. I have office hours. You can text me anytime. But if you want me to pick up when you call, it's gotta be after 4 o'clock, Monday through Friday, or anytime Saturday and Sunday. Because I can't speak on the phone when I am working. So. We haven't really talked. I feel like there's not a ton to talk about the Lost Hero. I don't know. I don't know what to talk about in the Lost Hero. Because this book and the next book are so kind of tied together in the fact that, like, kind of what happened with Jason and Percy, and then that's like and then so you're following Percy, and then you just meet 2 other people. It's okay. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop. Don't chew on the carpet. It is rough. It's not as rough as it could be, but it's rough. It could be a lot more rough. I will. Don't chew on the carpet. Sorry, Bumble likes to chew on the carpet. For what reason, we do not know, but she likes to chew on the carpet. Oh, the other weekend, we went to a antique mall here in Wilmelle, and I found the Trials of Apollo book 1. Isn't that? Oh, I'm so excited. I got this. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop. I got the first book. I'm so excited. This is really exciting. Oh, look at that picture. Look at that picture of Rick. What are you doing, Bumble? Bumble. There's Bumble. Bumblebee. Yeah, I mean, we can. When is September 30th? Because September 30th, I like to do last day of the month. Is a Wednesday. I don't know what to talk about in The Lost Hero. Because I feel like The Lost Hero is kind of boring, to be honest. I've forgotten about Piper, how she was like, oh yeah, I'm going to maybe betray everyone. I'm like, wait, what? Excuse me? Excuse me? I didn't remember Piper being like, I might have to betray you guys because I need to save my dad, or I want to save my dad, but I don't want to betray you guys. Yeah, I didn't remember that. Like, at all. I didn't remember the wolves being such a big thing. Which is kind of dumb because they actually, because it seems like after the second book, the wolves don't play a huge role anymore. They're just kind of, I don't know. Like that first book, they're huge, and then and second book really, they play pretty big roles. But it seems like after the second book, they don't play such a big role anymore. I haven't read Sun and Neptune since I read it back in, when was this published? Have you read Sun and Neptune, Madison? I don't remember if you told me if you've read Sun and Neptune. To Becky. Becky. I think that's his wife. 2011, 9 years ago. I think it's been 9 years since I read this book. Yeah, I'm excited too. But obviously, we're not reading it until I think next year. I think that's the schedule. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up the video because I know I put the schedule in the description of my. Did you, or I don't know if you watched it. I did a book versus book thing where I put like some of my favorite books in a mug, and I like pitted them against each other. Like I picked one, picked two, and then I picked my favorite from the two. That was kind of funny. I'm looking. Uh-oh, did I? Oops. That was not intentional. Where's my Riordalong? What happened to my video? Now I'm confused. What happened to my video? I think I had messed up somewhere too. No, I think I have the description correct. Okay, so we don't start here the Trials of Apollo till February of next year. February. Trials of Apollo till February. You haven't read Son of Neptune. Okay. You'll soon find out why I like the 7 are all great characters, but you'll soon find out why I think Frank is the weakest character of them all. Like, okay, so if I was to rank my favorites from the group, I would say, oh shoot, now I gotta pick Percy. Percy and Annabeth are sharing a spot. Just, we can't choose one or the other. Percy and Annabeth are sharing. They just share a spot together. And then it would be Leo, then Hazel, then Piper, then Jason, then Frank. And this is kind of based off of story arcs, what they bring to the table versus story arcs. I like story arcs more than I like how much power they have, because Jason's like second to last, and he's equally, if not more powerful than Percy, because he's the son of Jupiter. But yeah, he doesn't have a very strong story arc past the Lost Hero. Like, that's his story arc. That's kind of it for Jason. It's kind of sad. Like, oh yeah, he got switched, and that's it. And Frank really doesn't have a story arc either. Hazel's interesting, and you'll soon learn about Hazel. I think Hazel's a very super interesting. I like Piper. Oh, okay, we'll do Piper. Piper I like because she kind of throws expectations for her Aphrodite at the door, and she's powerful in her own way, and I do like her story arc in the first book. She doesn't really have a story arc past the first book either, but I like Piper's story arc in The Lost Hero. Jason doesn't really have a story arc, to be honest. Frank doesn't have one, like, at all, other than the fact that he's one of the 7. That's kind of it. And then there's Hazel. Hazel's a very interesting character. I'm not going to give away what Hazel can do. She's super powerful, though. Just gonna say, she's a super powerful chick. Wouldn't want to mess with Hazel. Leo, why is, then you'd be like, why is Leo ahead of Hazel? Well, I like Leo. I think Leo is a very funny character. I think he's an interesting character. And he has a lot of story towards the end of the series. Not so much at the beginning, but at the end, he definitely has a lot more of a story arc. Like I said, I just feel sorry for Leo the entire time. And I just like Leo. And then Percy and Annabeth, I can't say they don't have a story arc, because they do. Their story arc is just them being cute. No. Their story arc, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. They have like their separate story arcs in Son of Neptune and Mark of Athena. And then the House of Hades, they're like, it's together. And then, I mean, they're there. Somebody else takes center stage for the Blood of Olympus. So, who? Take your pick. Yeah. So it's 8:30, and we've been going for an hour. I am tired. I have work tomorrow. I have to leave earlier than I have been the last few days, last few times. So he's not hearing my Mel like the last few days, few times I've gone to work were. I'm at Mall Mel for the rest of the week, but tomorrow I'm at this town, like it's in Little Rock. It's in Little Rock, but it's like right across the Arkansas River. So yeah, I'm just gonna Bumblebee. And I like the how with Piper, it's different. She's different, and it shows the how the effects of what happened with Selena. In it. Look, I didn't want to be a I'm looking at my Riordalong. So next month we're reading Son of Neptune and Mark of Athena. And then October, I think October is the perfect time. We'll be reading House Hades, which is spooky, very, very spooky, and Blood of Olympus, which is, it's not very spooky. November, we'll be reading Red Pyramid and Throne of Fire, which is the first and second book of the Kane Chronicles. And then we'll finish up the Kane Chronicles in December with the Serpent's Shadow, and then we'll start the Magnus Chase series with Sword of Summer. And then next year, January 2021, we'll end the Magnus Chase series with Hammer of Thor and Ship of the Dead. And then in February, we will be starting the Trials of Apollo by reading Hidden Oracle and the Dark Prophecy. And then in March, we'll be reading The Burning Maze and the Tyrant's Tomb. And Tower of Nero is coming out in November, I think, of this year. But we will not be reading it until April of next year. So, anyways, all right. Good night. Good night, Madison. Text me if you feel the need to text me about something. You want to yell, you want to scream at something, you want to scream at Rick Riordan. I'm not Rick Riordan, but I feel you. All right. Good night, Madison. I will talk to you later. Bye.